for joining me today. Today I would like to talk about interior design and how to expand your spirituality. I think it's very important to set up a sacred space in your home where you can think, a little corner where you can meditate, possibly have a favorite chair of yours with some crystals to work with, and to really sit down and have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, let your breath out. Be happy, be in gratitude, be present, and set your intention for the day and the rest of your days. They say it starts with small habits, small things that you intend to do each day and you are consistently doing to be your best self. It is so important to just sit down and to do the inner work and to dream those dreams. But I find that having a place in your home that is not your living room, that is not your dining room, that is not your everyday kitchen, chore related area, like an office, for instance, because if you really went to your office to do this inner work, you would find bills, you would find things your children put on your desk, you would find things to do and things that would spark your work mind, not necessarily the area that you would like to meditate in or something that you would like to focus your creative mind on. Now, this is something that I like to do. I love to sit down every day. Since I was an early parent, I always put my kids to bed early. I set time aside for myself. And I'm not talking about the self-care, because we all know that the self-care stuff takes forever. Like the self-care stuff, like your eyebrows, your grooming, all of the, womanly things takes a little while. So we don't need more to our to-do list. I understand that. We don't need more when we're already stretched so thin and we're still trying to remember to drink enough water. We're trying to remember all of the important to-do lists and to remember to put this on my list for groceries, etc. So I know that it's very hard. And as an interior designer and a mom, I think it's very important to put that a little corner in your home. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be, like this grand area. It just needs to be a little corner dedicated just for you and just for putting like your crystals, if you work with crystals. And if you don't work with crystals, I highly recommend it. I'll do another video another time on crystals, but I highly suggest putting together an area where you can sit and you can think and you can meditate and do your inner work, your shadow work, and dream new dreams. Breathe new life into yourself to reinvent. It's important for me. I just love to have my computer. In the beginning of my clip, you saw that's my little intro where I show my sacred space. That's my spot for pulling cards. If you're into tarot or oracle cards, that's a nice area to just sit there and focus. Some people like to talk to their guides, their ancestors, or possibly their higher self, if you're into that. If not, that's a great place to put together for prayer even. And I say this because I have a prayer room, but it depends on your religion. Sometimes when you're in a religion like mine, like I'm Hindu, in Hinduism, we don't go to our altar or a sacred space where our deities and sacred items are when we eat meat, because we're not supposed to eat meat. So there's a lot of boundaries that can be you don't want to encroach on. So I think it's important, very important, to put together a little area that belongs to you for your meditation, for your time out, and to just think. And my spirituality got pumped up extremely this year because, due to COVID, I had an office that I worked from downstairs in my home, and I was, using that space. But then due to COVID, my husband's home now. So it's important that I give him the space, especially when he has presentations and things, and we don't conflict with one another. And it's important for us as a couple, like as I was saying before, I always needed my alone time. So I would just put the kids to bed. He has his alone time. I have my alone time, my time to do my grooming and all that stuff. And then my time to just sit down and to think and to, dream new dreams, basically, plan new plans. And it's different from just putting things in a planner. It's really about sitting and envisioning it. Just putting your vision board wherever that area is and meditating on the life that you desire. Manifestation is all about the intention, as I said before. The intention and setting the intention for what it is that you desire. He took the office, so that's why I set up my sacred space upstairs. In terms of interior design, all you really need is your writing tools, possibly a little table, maybe an end table, and a chair that you love, and your items that you're planning to use. I personally love to have my computer there. I listen to music. I get in my zone, because after I put them to bed, I just need a timeout. I need that time for who am I? Who am I back? Like getting back to who I am more than a mom. Who am I and where am I going? So, as my brother says, "Hey, Moonwind, did you send me this book yesterday?" And I'm like laughing because I've always been very spiritual. I've been extremely religious, but more so now due to COVID. I've kind of pumped things up because I kind of needed it. And I've always been spiritual in the sense that it goes back to setting the intention. As I said, when we were building this home, we started in 2012 and we finished in 2013. Before we even broke ground, we made sure that we contacted our pandit, which is the Hindu priest, and we had him give us auspicious dates and actually did a ceremony on the land before we broke ground. So I also look at Feng Shui and Vastu. Vastu is similar to Feng Shui. It's about how the energy in the home it kind of like how many types of energy and what kinds of energy you're trying to cultivate in your home, and how to situate your home and the furnishings, and also the door, like the way the door faces, and where the headboard faces. Where are you sleeping? Which way does your head point in your room? Down to those little details, I plan those things. And one of my friends was like, that's a bit much, don't you think? Even the numerology to me matters. Like, if we didn't get a home that had the numbers that we wanted, then we would not have purchased. And people would look at me like, are you crazy? Like, who does that? But actually, I feel like it's destiny. It's important for you to put the intention and to seek higher vibrational situations and higher vibrational situations, not just situation, but an environment, and to cultivate that environment. In order to create that environment, it's very important for you to know what kind of Vastu tips there are. So before I go on any further, and I just want to talk about the sacred space and expanding your horizon with spirituality. And that is something that can take you to the next level, because it starts with, how you have a cup of coffee in the morning or a cup of tea, maybe it's morning, maybe it's noon, maybe it's night. It's up to you, but make it your priority to go to that space, take a deep breath, be in gratitude, be present, just let it go. Let it all go and dream. And close your eyes. And even if you have sacred moon rituals, like tonight is the full moon, so tonight I will be saging, I will be writing my intentions, I will be banishing, I will be doing my sacred routine that helps me stay in the mindset and in the spiritual, I guess in the spiritual sense, grounded. That's the right word, to be grounded, and to be grounded in what my intentions are. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.